My name is Johnny Eric Williams, professor of sociology at Trinity College. Um, there's been a lot of things said about critical race theory in media as well as by politicians who are basically using it as a means to undercut any conversation about systemic white racism or whiteness, period. Um, so exactly what is critical race theory? Well, it's a critical legal theory that evolved in the 1970s. And it came to maturity probably in the 1980s and the 1990s with Derek Bell and then later Kimberly Crenshaw, uh, both law professors who developed the concept a little bit further. It, it basically, critical race theory basically is an attempt to get the legal structure to recognize that that white racism is endemic to the legal system, right? And in order to remediate it, so to get people to be reflective about how white racism itself is involved in the legal system, right? It is not, as far as I know, uh, critical race theory is not taught in public schools. The first time I was exposed to critical race theory was in grad school. So it may be being taught now in the graduate at the undergraduate level too now, but it is not a pre-K to to 12th grade kind of curricula kind of thing. But anyway, returning back to the fact that critical race theory is this legal theory, it attempts to integrate uh, people into the legal system, that is, especially black people into the legal system. It is not in any way attempting to overturn the existing legal structures. So it means that uh, that critical race theory, as far as I'm concerned, is about tweaking the legal structure to recognize that it has this endemic race problem, racism problem within it. So this idea that somehow it is somehow radical is off base. It is not radical. It is, if anything, a liberal bourgeois kind of take on including black folks in the legal system so that we won't be abused by the legal system as we are even to this day, right? So that's what that is. It is not what what some conservatives as well as some liberals are saying, that it is about hating white people. It is about trying to kill white people. It is not any of those things. It's about trying to make the legal system itself more responsive to black people rather than responsive in a way which is detrimental to the health and physical and mental health of black people. So that's the way I would look at critical race theory itself. I am not a critical race theorist myself. I am I would just say I am a radical, um, a critical white supremacist scholar, really systemic white racism scholar. That's what I do. So I look at uh, how it is that people who imagine themselves to be white because there is no white, this race is an ideology, it's a meaning system. We attach meaning to human differences. That's exactly what it is. So people are confused about what critical race theory is because they're also confused about what is racism or white racism, as I call it, right? Or systemic white racism and white supremacy. So we need a better definition for people to work with to understand. It is not an individual problem, and that's where people get tripped up. It is a systemic problem. We're all exposed to the oppression of systemic white racism. It is structural, it is institutionalized, and it has detrimental effects for all in the societies in which people live in that is white supremacist oriented.